So I often get the question, how do you go about starting a cigar company? And first off is you have to hate being an accountant, and you have to have missed your call to be a rock star and a race car driver. I grew up in Indianapolis, and so I love anything with a motor and wheels, but I'm just too tall to fit in a race car. Most of those guys tap out at about 5'7" or 5'8", so that was out of the question by about 4th or 5th grade. Missed my call to be a rock star. It's my drummer's fault because it's just drummers, right? And so fast forward, I kind of figuring out what I want to do with myself when I grow up. Hit that quarter-life crisis, and I started reflecting back on the time when I had my first cigar. I was 19, and my buddy and I just solved the world's problems that night, and woke up the next day and there's more problems, so you have to have another cigar. And I fell in love with the camaraderie and the conversation. It's almost as if time stood still, and I wanted to somehow recreate that. So after college, like I said, was kind of running that rat race, going through trying to climb that corporate ladder, and just it wasn't for me. So 2009 came about. I decided to try to recreate that passion, recreate that one special night. And so I kind of got the ball rolling, started going through the proper channels, started to see what it took to become a cigar manufacturer. And make a long story short, got all the licensing, got everything picked out, got started with the artwork. And we just started working on the blend, and we just waited and waited and waited. And the first blend was the Paradigm, and I blended that based off what I wanted to smoke every single day, because I said if I get into this and nobody likes this, at least I have a warehouse full of cigars that I can smoke for a really long time that I know I'll like. So we took delivery of Paradigm Christmas Eve of '09, landed our first store in late January 2010. So I always kind of say that our birthday was late January 2010. So it's been, a little over 5 years now, and it's just been a whirlwind. We've had our ups and downs. We've even been asked if we were getting into hookah and e-cigs and vape, and that stems from a trade show we did back in 2013 where we were back in no man's land. And so, but we've had a fun time, and we've had a great ride. We've been fortunate enough to come out with a couple other blends. We did the Ideology, which was a fun cigar for me to put together. It was something that was kind of that morning smoke, but still had some flavor and some oomph to it. And speaking of oomph, we came out with the Revere, all Nicaraguan, very well balanced Nicaraguan Puro. And that was a lot of fun because we had always used tobacco from multiple regions, multiple countries, and this time we actually used tobacco from one country. So that was a fun cigar for us to do. And then our last of our core line was the Allegiance, which we just came out with. And that cigar I wanted to be an everyday smoke for an everyday cigar smoker. And keeping in mind that I was trying to make sure that it didn't get lost in the shuffle with all the other great cigars out there. So you wanted to kind of stand out. So we put a Brazilian Matafina natural wrapper on there. And if you guys know anything about me, I love that Brazilian Matafina. We use the Maduro for the Paradigm, but this time with the Allegiance, we went with the natural, tone it down a little bit, but still offers those great cocoa notes. Very, very pleasant smoke. So when I was working on the blend for Allegiance, I was messing around with some other stuff, and I fell in love with this blend, but it just wasn't the right blend for Allegiance, so I kind of shelved it and just put a bookmark in there to come back to it. And I did. I was on the road, driving around, and started thinking about what we wanted to do with that. And it dawned on me that it would be a great cigar to do for just kind of a special occasion. And so what we did, we decided to make it a limited run cigar, and we called it Suit and Tie. I was listening to the radio, and Justin Timberlake popped on, and so that was just, it fit. I just had that aha moment. And so we came up with Suit and Tie, Box Press Toro and a Lancero, my two favorite sizes. And we chose 25 retailers to join us in the celebration, and it's just a way for us to say thank you for your support throughout these five great years, and just again a way to say thank you to all of our retailers, all of the consumers, all of our supporters, and everybody that has been there along the way from big to small. I mean, you guys know who you are, and we just want to say thank you. So this is something special that we've put together and we've decided to do, and we hope you guys will join us in the fun.